Okay, and welcome back to the channel, everyone, with myself, David, Millionaire Incorporated, where I like to go through topics of personal finance, wealth creation, and just general things which will help you kind of become a bit more successful through life. Now, if you're new to the channel, on Saturdays, I like to go through and review the Forex trading pair pound yen, just to kind of give a bit of an overview of what it actually did during the week and what it could be potentially doing moving forward. Um, as you know, Forex is something which does take a lot of time and practice to kind of get used to. And I hope that these videos, which I do, actually kind of I'd highlight what actually happens during the week and why you can actually look for potential trades and things to kind of look for, and bits and pieces of it you can actually implement in your own trading. Now, I'm just going to let you guys know as well that moving forward, I'm probably also going to be doing a bit of some videos on cryptocurrencies, because as you might know, crypto is getting quite hot at the moment. So definitely a lot of opportunity there to be taking advantage of, especially if you want to try and grow your wealth. And as well as that, guys, remember this isn't personal financial advice. This is generally entertainment purposes and a bit of a review of what I personally think, or an overview of what I think will actually happen in the markets and things moving forward. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Leave me a like, and if you find some value in the content I'm producing, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, or what you think of the actual pair itself. And again, if you are interested in cryptos and things, definitely smash that subscribe button so you can actually stay tuned for those videos as I release them. So let's jump into it. So as you know, pound yen, I like to do the review every weekend. So let's kind of jump in and see what it's done now. You're probably seeing a few things on this chart which weren't actually here last weekend. I actually mark up a few things as I go through during the week. So I'm probably going to delete a few of these bits and pieces so it's a little bit cleaner. This is actually one of the trades I took during the week. As you can see, actually hit its take profit and things. So I'll leave that trend line in there. So let's jump to where it actually opened at the start of the week. Well, let's see what it did previous week. So as you know, or if you know, if you've been following me for a while now, the past few weeks it's actually been quite bullish. Been making some higher highs, higher lows, and overall in quite a bullish uptrend. Starting to see some correction moves here though taking place. So I was kind of mentioning last week that I was kind of looking for further buys ahead, but at the same time, we could also retrace to some lower areas. So let's go to where we actually started the week here. So the week opened just on this candle here. So you can see last week kind of rejected this area here, came down lower and closed quite bearish on this candle here. But this week opened quite above where it actually closed last week. So that's already kind of uh, 30 odd pips there, slightly higher. Is this kind of area which I've been kind of keeping an eye on as an area of potential resistance. So kind of opened at a point, came all the way down, and then it kind of exhausted in this area. So that's where I was kind of keeping an eye on this area just here, which was about in this area just here kind of thing. So drop down to the 1 hour time frame so you can see what kind of happened and why I actually took obviously this trade just here. Um, as you can see, open, came up, completely tanked, then failed to kind of keep moving lower, kind of exhausted with those two 1 hour candles just there. I'll actually get rid of that there. So yeah, so exhausted with these two kind of candles just here at the open of the London session, or just before the London session opened, before kind of moving higher again. So as you see, started exhausting. I took a buy at the end of that 1 hour candle where it closed bullish. So I think just there. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I like to have a 40 pip stop loss and a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. So 40 pip stop loss, 80 pip reward. And I kind of actually took it just below where it actually hit the 80 pip mark and just to this 150.70 area because I couldn't see it kind of moving much higher at that stage because an area where the candle kind of rejected completely off this point there and dropped lower. And you can also see on the 1 hour, it's a bit of an area of resistance there. So I only wanted to take it up to that area where I thought quite comfortable taking profit. So as you see, kind of went up to that area quite easily before kind of coming up a little bit higher to this 180, 150.83 area before coming lower again. Now, honestly, it was actually a bit of a messy, or actually not bit of a very messy week. It was very sideways, a lot of consolidation, a lot of fake outs and fake moves, um, and wasn't any actual clear indication of what was kind of happening. Now, it kind of has worked off this area down here at 149.65 kind of thing, and that is from this daily area of potential support. So you can see that's just here. So it's kind of consolidating on that area, held and actually moved high. So you can actually see that on the daily. So like I said, it's probably going to be a bit of a short video because it was actually, like I said, very messy. Didn't make any real clear moves. You could have taken some buys and sells as it kind of came up to these areas of um, support and resistance. This one here is actually, I forgot to move that. It's actually a 150.90 area force resistance. Never actually kind of came up to that area, so I'm still waiting for it to come up to that area before either coming back down or breaking and moving higher, break, retest, and move higher. So that is kind of one thing I'm waiting for, like a break of this area up here, then a retest, and potentially move higher again. But kind of just waiting on seeing what the price action is going to do. So, as you know, I do a lot of trading with price action. If you do want to see kind of or see how I mark up charts from scratch, let me know in the comments section below, and I'll actually do a video for you guys on that topic as well. Yeah, so that would be quite interesting to see if you guys do need help with marking charts up and what to look for and why I kind of look at certain areas of as support and resistance, or what goes through my mind to look at for these areas. So yeah, so as I said, very kind of rough, no real clear direction, just sideways consolidating. So a bit of an uncertainty in the market. No one taking kind of any real clear direction. As you can see, some very kind of bearish moves, kind of bearish closes, and then didn't really kind of move anyway. Did kind of continue lower, but a lot of indecision in the market before this candle just here. Now, I actually missed this buy here. It's actually a decent area. So, like I said, this area of 149.65 kind of thing was an area where um, it's a daily kind of support where prices failed to move below. So came down last week, tested, shot back up, finally came down again, tested, moved back up, came back down the third time and held again, closed with a pin bar, and then made a continued higher. So that's actually a trade you could have taken yesterday afternoon. I didn't actually take it because I was driving at the time, and I try to be responsible some of the time. It doesn't work all the time though. So as I said, 40 pip stop loss, 80 pip take profit, and that would have been another trade you could have actually taken quite successfully. Let's see, this one here, not as clear. You probably would have taken it on that 4 hour close above that, or even on the 1 hour. That one isn't that clear. Like, it's not really a clear indication to kind of buy. You could have potentially bought on the top of that one there. It would have given you another kind of, would that have given you a 2-to-1 risk reward? Let's input these numbers here for you. So I never really actually made it back to that area of 2-to-1. Would have finally hit back there, but yeah, so it wasn't the kind of the clearest signal, that one. Um, so yeah, so those were kind of like the two trades. Now let's jump up to the weekly and see what happened on how it ended on the weekly time frame. So you always want to look at the high time frames to see what it kind of did and what it's kind of potentially doing moving forward. So I'll actually delete this one here as well because that's no longer relevant. Cool. So as you can see, weekly ended slightly bullish as a bit of a pin bar rejection from that daily area just there. Now, it could potentially move higher to these highs up here now, up to about like 153, 50, 154, or even higher again. Like as we said, it is in a very bullish uptrend at the moment. No real sign of it kind of slowing down. So drop down to like a 4 hour time frame here so we kind of get a bit of view. So yeah, so what I'm kind of wanting to see is, like I said before, I want to see it kind of break or at least test and break this area here, come back, test that area, and then move higher again. Now, it can move higher to either there, to this area of kind of resistance, or even higher again, further up, much higher. Don't know what happened there, but um, so yeah, so that's what I'm kind of seeing, or would like to see for the pound yen pair moving forward. As I say, say that every week, guys. Always just kind of watch price action, see what it actually does, and it'll actually kind of identify to you what's going to potentially happen moving forward. Now, if you saw at the start of the video, I did have some trend lines and stuff in here, so I'm drawing that trend line here, which I'm kind of keeping an eye on. So it's kind of back to that trend line. So even that, you want to kind of see it break above that, maybe even kind of come back down and test that minor trend line. It's kind of creating like a flag pattern kind of thing. Um, but yeah, it's kind of holding support in this area just here. So we'll kind of wait for the market open on Monday, Monday Australia, Sunday if you're in the States, and see what it kind of will do. But like I said, that's what I want to kind of what I would like to see it do for the week moving forward. Let me know what you in the comments what you think of the pound yen, what it's going to do during the week. I think a couple of you guys mentioned last week looking at it as buys. Like I said, it was just a messy week. Wasn't very any clear indication or direction of what the pair was going to do. And if remember, guys, I'm going to start doing some videos on crypto pairs. So don't forget hit the subscribe button so you can actually stay tuned for those videos. If you would like me to show you actually how I mark up charts and things, so you get a bit more of a tutorial, um, let me know in the comments, and I might, if I get a few people kind of commenting saying they would like to see that, I'll do a video of that coming up soon. So as always, guys, smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave me a comment, and I'll catch you guys again next weekend. Cheers.